Okay, notes for 3.1, part 1. The bonus of being able to watch the video is that you can pause and take the time to write stuff down or rewind if you want to see something again. So use this at your own pace. We're going to rewrite functions, which means get y by itself. We're used to getting a variable by itself. We've done that before all of solving equations, but there was only a single variable. It was most of the time an x. Sometimes it was a different letter, but now we are only getting y by itself. It's called function form, and the problem will be given in this format where x and y are variables and a, b, and c are numbers. So it would look more like this that you see over here. 4x minus 3y is 5. So there's your a is 4, your b is -3, and your c is 5. But see that there's an x and a y in the example. So step number 1 to getting y by itself, meaning it can't be with the x's, it can't have a b in front of it, it can't have any number in front of it, it literally has to be completely isolated. So step 1 says add or subtract the ax from both sides of the equation. So whatever's in front of x, it has to come with it. So if we look over here at the example, we are going to subtract 4x. Again, if I cover up all that stuff, reminder that because it's a positive 4x, I'm going to subtract 4x. That gets rid of it on that side, minus 4x over here. Add or subtract it from both sides of the equation, because whatever you do to one side, you must do to the other. Make sure when you drop down, you have your -3y left, equals, and then I'm going to have you write underneath here, because we can't take a 5 and a 4x. We can't combine those together. They're not like terms. They have to be separated. So underneath here, you're going to write, write the ax, meaning any number with the x, in this case it's a -4, first. So over here, you're going to put -4x, and then because that's a +5, it'll be +5. Take a look at that. You cannot combine those like terms, and as we said, we're going to write the ax first. Step number 2, read through that. And as you see, it says divide by b on both sides of the equation. B is the number in front of the y, and it says divide 3 times. Well, we've got a -3 in front of the y, so we're going to divide by -3 once, twice, 3 times. What happens after you do that? You get y equals, these are gone, you have a -4 over a -3x, and you have a +5 divided by a -3. Step 3 then says reduce all fractions. We've got a couple of fractions. And finish in this form, y equals mx plus b. Now it says an m instead of an a, but that's because we're looking ahead to next couple of sections in our chapter that we will be working with slope. So instead of saying y equals ax plus b, which is what we really just did, we'll be changing it to an m. And that's why we'll say write the ax first, is because it's going to matter when we start talking about slopes of lines. So over here it says reduce them, y equals, as you see we've isolated the y, it's completely by itself. A negative divided by a negative is a positive. We'll keep that as 4/3 x, and then a positive divided by a negative, you could try reducing it, but 5/3 does not reduce, so it'll just be -5/3. And that will be our final answer. We can't solve it. You're not going to get y equals 10 or y equals 17. There's not going to be an answer. All you're working on is function form, or the y is by itself, and the x is over here written first. So we're going to try a couple more of those. Write 3x plus 2y equals 8, so that y is a function of x, is the way that it's being worded this time. 3x plus 2y equals 8. We're going to go through all three of those steps. Add or subtract, divide, reduce. So let's start it here. Minus 3x. From this side, whatever you do to one side, you must do to the other. From there, we still have a 2y equals, step 2 said we are going to make sure that we write the negative 3x first. And then since the 8 again is positive, we'll write plus 8. Step 2, divide by 2 3 times. 1, 2, 3. This one's a little bit nicer because you don't have double fractions. This cancels out. We've done our job of isolating the y, getting it all by itself on one side of the equation. Minus 3 halves x, and we can reduce it right away. 8 divided by 2 is a positive 4. Y is a function of x. Y depends on whatever we plug in for x. If we plug in something for x, we're going to get whatever y results from that. Practice number 2. All right, on this one, I want you to pause the video, solve it by yourself, see what you get, and then go back to the video and hit start and see if your steps are the same. If they're not the same, you can at least see what you were maybe thinking or what you did wrong. The only difference, careful, we're not going to subtract right away. So go ahead, pause. All right, you're back. Did you add 2x to both sides this time? And we're left with 3y equals, we'll always write the x first. The constant 6 comes last, and because it's positive, we'd put plus 6. Divide by 3 times. 1, 2, 3. We're left with y equals 2/3 x plus 6 divided by 3 is 2. That says y equals mx plus b form, which is the same as function form. If it's a function of x or y equals mx plus b, it means the same thing. So double check and see that's how you got. It is quite often that we will end up with a fraction right here for our m, which soon will be our slope, because we're going to be dividing a lot, and not always is the division going to come out as whole numbers. All right, this one's a little bit different, so we'll do it together. Read through it, write the equation. 4y equals negative 12x plus 8 in y equals mx plus b form. It's so close. We're almost already there. The x already got moved to the other side of the equation. It's already over here where you want it. So all we have to do is divide by 4. Divide by 4. Divide by 4. Y equals negative 3x plus 2. So you're going to have to look carefully at the functions and see what you're dealing with. Are the x and y on the same side of the equation when you start the problem, or was the x already over where it belonged? All right, this one looks like we're going to deal with a negative in there again, so give it a try. Pause the video, see what you end up with, and then start it and see what you get. All right, pause. Okay, you should be back. Minus 3x from both sides this time because the 3 is a positive. We're not looking at anything other than the 3x. If you look at the 3x, it's positive. We don't care that this is a subtraction problem. Minus 3x here, minus 3x here. I don't like that being, there we go. You're left with negative 5y equals negative 3x plus 10. Divide by negative 5, divide by negative 5, divide by negative 5. 3 times. Final answer, y equals. Did you take a negative divided by a negative and get a positive 3/5 x, and 10 divided by negative 5 is -2, which means it's just a subtract 2. Please don't put 3/5 x plus -2. That's not good math. A plus and negative would just be a subtraction sign. All right, looks like we've got one more left. Example 5, I want to show you this one because if you can see, there's not actually a number in front of the x, but we can go ahead and put a number in front of the x. We know that there's a 1 there. That way, when we're putting it in mx plus b form, we have the same format to look at. So minus 1x. It's okay to put a 1 in front when you're doing your work. If it's in the final answer, that's not okay. It would have to be simplified. So we're going to go 4y equals -1x, subtract 4 because it's a -4. And again, we wrote our x first. Divide by 4 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And I purposely set this up. You've got 2 different issues. Number 1, this is a fraction in front of the x, so it's -1/4 x. Recognize that if you just had an x over there and you put it over 4, that doesn't really look right. You have to know that there's a 1 in front of it is where we get our -1/4. And then minus 4 divided by 4 over here cancels out because it's a 1 and we don't write 1i. 4 divided by 4 over here, because it was a -4 divided by 4 is -1. And that is in y equals mx plus b, or in this case, minus b. That's it. Now you get to work on your assignment.